Hello, I'm Guy Jeremiah. I'm an environmental businessman and managing director of Aquatina. I'm looking for £100,000 for a 10% stake in our company. Bottled water is environmentally unsustainable. To make this one bottle of water, it can take a quarter of a bottle of oil and 7 bottles of water. Here in Europe, the average person throws away 85 bottles every year. So, what's the solution? We believe we have it, and we believe it's called Aquatina. Aquatina is a refillable, reusable pocket bottle. So, extend it, fill it up, drink, and then compress, so repocket, and like your keys or a mobile phone, you can always have it with you. The Aquatina is the perfect accessory to the water cooler. So you can find water coolers in schools, gyms, and the workplace. So that neatly identifies our 3 target markets, which are kids, corporates, and sports and leisure. In parallel to all this, we've developed findafountain.org. This is a website where you look in your location and it'll tell you where you can find your nearest water cooler or nearest pub or a cafe where you can fill up your Aquatina for free. The market for bottled water is now worth $80 billion a year. But last year, for the first time in its 30-year history, sales of bottled water started to fall. Now, at the same time, the reusable bottled market has been growing fast and is now worth $2 billion a year. We need your investment, we need your expertise to help us take our share of what is an enormous and growing market. So this year we're offering consumers a choice between £100 for all these wasted bottles or £5 for one green bottle. Thank you very much.
An eloquent presentation from a confident Guy Jeremiah, who hopes his collapsible, refillable water bottle can help stop excessive waste. He wants £100,000 and is willing to give away 10%. But something has annoyed Peter Jones.
When you came in, you've pitched this, but I think you've made a statement that's a complete red herring.
Okay.
By bringing in a box of empty bottles and then telling us that actually $80 billion worth of bottled water is produced each year, you gave the impression that potentially you sold us that you had a solution. And I think that that is a complete red herring. This doesn't eradicate that, in my opinion.
Well, we've based all our models on the 2 billion market, which is the refillable bottle market, not the 80 billion market. So, I mean, my figures are that we take 5% of the UK market.
So you are not going to, at any point, penetrate the $80 billion market?
Well, the idea is you don't need to buy that if you always have a receptacle that you can fill up.
I disagree. Do you truly believe that that's going to eradicate water bottle?
No, if we eradicated all this
so if we're agreed that it won't eradicate that, that means that market is going to continue, does it not?
I believe the market for bottled water will continue.
So now, this is not a replacement for that, is it?
A tetchy exchange, not a good start for the entrepreneur. Now, James Khan wants to focus on the business plan.
Guy, hi, I'm James.
Hi, James.
Guy, what's the price point that you're selling the bottle at?
It's up to the retailers, but the price point is $4.99 recommended.
What does it cost you to manufacture?
It will cost 50p. Right now it's costing us £1.
You've sold how many of these so far?
In the last 4 weeks, we've sold a box of 340.
So just give me numbers.
So 340.
Revenue-wise, how much?
£702.
So you're proposing me a business with a turnover of £700 that you're valuing at £1 million.
Yes.
Is that correct? I've got
Yes,
those
that
numbers
is
correct, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it very easy for you and just tell you I'm out.
Guy's confidence takes a hit as he loses his first dragon. Will health club owner Duncan Bannatyne see the benefits of his invention?
You know, the thing is that the reason I don't need this in my inside pocket is because when I go to the gym, I need to take my sports bag because I need to carry my trainers.
Yep.
So I carry one of those bottles inside the sports bag. Now, in all good health clubs, they have filtered chilled water in the gym. So what I do is I refill mine using the filtered water from my own gym.
Some articles in newspapers will suggest that there are health hazards associated with single-use bottles. The internet is full of scare stories.
So am I now killing myself because I've been using one of those bottles and refilling it for the last 6 months?
I think if you use it a few times, there's not a big issue.
I just cannot see the point of this. I mean, there's so many problems. If you have got it in your pocket, first of all, it's cumbersome to have in your pocket, so it's not good to have in your pocket. But then, if you're going to use it as a disposable bucket, what happens is, every time you want some water, you go into this cafe where you can get the water for nothing. And they give you the water, and you drink the water, and then you throw the water, and then you fold it back up again, and you put it in, which is a complete waste of time. It's just, you might as well just have a paper cup. And then you're talking about going around fountains that are around London. Where these fountains are, where you can drink the water free, you turn the tap. The most environmentally friendly way to drink that water is to drink it straight out the tap. You are therefore harming the environment by a bottle that you say is here to stop these bottles. You might as well throw it amongst them. It's a terrible invention. I'm sorry, guys. It's really made me angry. And it's £4.99. You can buy them full of water for 80 pence. It's ridiculous and it's ludicrous. I'm sorry, but I'm out.
An irritated Duncan Bannatyne refuses to do business with Guy. Deborah Meaden is next to interrogate the shell-shocked entrepreneur.
Guy, can we just test the environmental credentials? So in terms of the production of this, the carbon footprint is exactly the same as that?
You'd have to use this 3 times. So once you fill this up 3 times, then you're at break-even point. And you can use this, we've tested it, it'll last for 9 years and it still goes. We had it on one of those machines.
So it's your constant use. So therefore, this is actually more costly to produce if it isn't recycled.
Exactly.
If I got one of those bottles and I did what Duncan did and reused it for even 3 months, it would take me 9 months of use for this to be a better and more efficient way of doing it.
Well, first of all, you'd have the health risks of reusing a single-use bottle. You can put it in the dishwasher. So a lot of the bottles, if you take the other ones, it won't get inside. I mean, I smeared this with Marmite on the inside, put it in the dishwasher, and it's clean and hygienic. But you really only have to refill that 3 times, and you've got the equivalent of a single-use bottle.
Guy, it really is one of those I'd rather stick pins in my eyes moments.
I've noticed a hysteria about, people get excited about this bottle.
You honestly believe that people go around with this in their pocket, looking in their busy schedules for somewhere to fill it, rather than have a convenient bottle which they can buy from anywhere? So I'm going to go into a shop and say, look, I'm not going to buy your water. Can you fill that from the tap for me, please?
I wouldn't go into a newsagent and ask them to fill it up.
But it's convenience. The whole reason that market is so large, it's convenience. You're taking the convenience out of it. You're claiming to take 5% of the market.
5% of the bottle reusable.
Yeah. Well, in my boardroom, I have reusable bottles because we have the filter system. I'm not going to use this, so you're not going to touch that market. What is the refillable bottle market? Answer only that question.
A refillable, it's a range of different types of bottles that people can buy to take to school, to take to work, to take walking, outdoor pursuits.
It's a sports bottle.
It's a sports bottle.
Again, Duncan's already said when you're doing sports, you've got a bag. You've got 5 sophisticated investors here who don't want to be treated like idiots. I'm out.
Thanks.
An infuriated Theo Paphitis is the 3rd dragon out, and Guy's chances of investment look slim. Peter Jones is now ready to declare his position.
I really feel quite strongly that your opening pitch, I understand why you've done it now, but I do think that is very misleading. I'm going to tell you exactly where I am. I think that this is not something that is going to sell in the volume or anything like the volume that you think. I think your valuation is beyond ridiculous, and I think that you will struggle to get a £100,000 return over the lifetime of this product. So I'm not going to invest today, and I'm out.
Thanks.
So, Guy, down to me. You had a high spot for me because one of my pet hates is the waste that we actually accumulate through bottled water. People just need to use taps. But I don't like the fact that you have to use this 3 times to make it even comparable to one of those, because it narrows the difference that it actually makes. You know, I would like to see a product that completely, you know, wipes those bottles off the face of the earth. For that reason, Guy, I am out.
OK, thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
A fiery encounter, and Guy leaves with nothing.